Hey guys, welcome back to my Gym Friends podcast. Today, our episode is called Mothers and Daughters. We bravely or stupidly have invited our daughters to ask us the questions that they want.
I don't know about stupidly. We're pretty smart ladies.
It's true.
And we're all going to introduce ourselves on that fact. I'll go first. I'm Taya. I'm 25. My mother is Sharia. And my favorite thing about my mom is that I can just come to her with anything and everything.
I love that.
Which is a blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
After me, we'll just all introduce ourselves. That way everyone knows who we are.
I'm Autumn. I belong to Shea. I'm 15, and I love her laugh because I could be anywhere and I'll hear it. I'm like, yep, got it.
I love it.
My name is Sydney. I'm 24, and I am Sharia's middle child. And my favorite thing about my mom is it's kind of like a flex to say that she's my mom because she's beautiful inside and out, and I can come to her with anything, just like Tia said.
They're only saying really nice things because she tries to kill us every single day in the gym.
I know.
They don't know
but
the
it's
real
from,
her.
It's love. It's love. It's from the heart. It's from the heart.
My name is Nia. I'm 20 years old. I belong to Joyce, right in the middle. And one of my favorite things about my mother is that she's the artist of the pivot. If anything is going wrong, there's a joke, there's another opportunity, there's a gift that can come out of it. There's always something new and nice that can come out of a bad situation.
Very true.
I'm scared now. I'm Taryn. I'm 12 years old. I belong to
Mama.
Miss
Can't
Joyce.
say her first name. I like it. She was afraid to call you by your first name.
My favorite thing about my mom is like, I could be having the worst day, and like she'll make a joke out of anything. Like, oh, well, at least she didn't fall on poop. You know?
Could be worse. Could be worse.
I'm Ava. I belong to Melissa, and I think my favorite thing about my mom is probably her cooking.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
All right. Now. I like it. I like it.
Okay, chef.
So, ladies, I think that a lot of young women your age don't have the relationships that I think that have kind of been fostered here, and whether you guys believe it or not, I think that we're all pretty lucky sitting around here. And I know that you guys have some questions that I believe could capture our audience heart. And at minimum, we hope that maybe some of the questions will spark some conversations at home and maybe some long-needed conversations that maybe could ease those relationships or make those relationships better. So I think that that's why we as a team, as our friend group, was like, heck yeah, let's go do this. And that's how we roped Liz in, even though she is terrified of what is about to be said today. So ladies, don't forget that Liz is a mama of a girl. We're speaking it into existence as well. So so baby girl is here. She's listening as well.
Not
so
asking questions.
So you're speaking on her behalf as well.
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
Well, who wants to start? Any volunteers?
Nose goes.
Oh,
Oh.
boom.
Sorry.
This is bullying. All right, the baby cousin gets it.
Alright. Okay, we'll start with something easy. What is one hobby that you used to do that you miss?
Hobbies.
Sleeping.
That sounds amazing.
Remember when we used to sleep?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I like that one. You are absolutely right. Hobby. It wasn't a hobby. It was the sport I played, but I do miss it. I miss playing volleyball.
The competition?
The competition, the camaraderie with the team, the travel, just being part of that was so much fun. I think it was probably some of the best years of my youth.
Yeah. You know what? There are days and times that I miss this, and we really are sisters. From a place. Sometimes I miss the type of going out I used to do.
That's a hobby.
You know, I used to do some going out, you know, and now if it's not over by like 11:30-ish, I'm like, girl, like, I'm texting, like, what do we do? Are we really staying out this late?
no.
I'm the first one, I
Yes.
think, to text, are we really staying out this late?
Wrap
The
it up.
last time we went out,
Yes.
me and you
Yes.
stood and we was like, okay, we're gonna do this last little
Last
bop,
little
and then
bit.
this time it's
Head
okay,
out.
let's go, everybody.
Yes.
But I do miss that because I laugh so much and I people watch so much and I feel like I learn so much, good and bad.
Yes.
I can tell you right now, it's bad.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
But it's not the way it was. See that?
Probably the 1900s.
Hey, and there was no evidence
Correct.
left.
That.
It was my word against whomever else's.
That. Yes. Yes. Yes.
I agree.
All right, Shaya.
Ooh, hobby.
Oh boy, she's thinking.
Oh, I miss shopping.
Oh.
Look, is that a hobby?
Yeah, some extra
The
money.
shopping. The
For
shopping.
myself.
I used to do
Yeah.
prior to having children and a spouse.
Mm-hmm.
It was a whole nother level.
Yeah.
I love the hand-me-downs though.
You're welcome.
yes.
She really does. She be getting it. I'm
My
like,
class.
Yeah.
first of all, I can't believe I used to be that small. Number one.
Okay.
That
Yes.
used to fit me. But all good.
And that whole that self-esteem thing hit a little bit.
Don't it?
Sometimes you be like, oh,
My hips were
that
that
was a
small.
kidney.
Wonderful. Yeah, shopping.
And she'll pull them out, and I'll be like, you can't fit that. You cannot fit that. You can't fit that. You are way too little. I have never been that little. And she puts it on and like, ding. And I'm like, oh, you.
man.
I don't even remember.
Correct.
That's the thing, shrunk, hanging in the closet all by itself.
That part. I agree.
Staple it. What you gotta do?
Agree.
All right, Liz.
I do my hobby every day as a job, so that's hard. Cause, I mean, it's not hard, but I do my hobby every day, so I don't miss it. So that going out would probably be. That was so good. That's a hobby.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Oh my.
It's a wrap.
That I do miss.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how you met your husband.
Oh no, Forrest girl dropping that drink on that floor.
Oh, no.
Yeah, please explain yourself.
It was like so funny.
Wait a minute.
It was so
PG, let's
funny.
go to PG.
I didn't even know.
Time
Did I
out.
know the story? Did I miss it?
No, she
I
spilled it.
saved it, girl. I was like,
It was a drink.
I
Oh.
was like, I'm good. It's the high heels. I tripped.
that's
how
how
I
you
did.
met Junior.
And then my business card was handed over.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I like it.
That made him, girl. And then he goes, and then he gets, that was funny. She said, my hair. Yeah, that.
All right, girls.
Next question.
Everyone went?
Yeah.
Melissa.
Melissa
Yeah.
said
Oh,
sleep. She
Oh,
was
I
out there.
understand.
She
She
kicked
was
it
ready.
out.
Oh, she was for real.
She was first.
For serious.
Okay, who else wants to? Who else wants to answer or ask a question?
Do we have another question?
We'll go to the other end of the couch.
Oh, we're gonna
We'll
throw
go
it.
to-
Throw it to the right.
Oh, Nia.
Yeah.
Okay. Mine's a little bit.
Oh,
I think
is
that's
it deep?
good. We'll
We
do
have
like
to brace?
fun.
All right, let's
fun
brace.
and
Ready?
serious.
Boom.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
Go deep
sandwich.
to mom.
Compliment
Oh,
sandwich.
gosh.
Compliment
Okay.
sandwich. Which child do you think is farthest from your personality and personal views?
Oh.
I mean, does it have to be the same child?
Right, okay.
No, I mean it could be different. Yeah, I'm saying personality and worldview. It can be separate. Sometimes it's aligned.
Yeah, Mom, you need to think about this one. I'm watching you.
I know farthest from my personality, I'm going to jump in, is Autumn, my oldest. She loves to read, and I don't. She's very studious. She's very into arts, dance, and I definitely wasn't that. More athletic, right, as far as like sports, team, but she's good with being solo. So she's definitely opposite of me. But yeah. that's
And
how
what
I
about
got.
views?
Views? No, I don't.
Still kind of young.
Yeah, I think the boys are still young, like I said, 11 and 13. Autumn, her views, I think we're pretty similar actually in that, so that's probably just how we're raising our children too, right? Like we'll
Yeah.
review until they really form their thoughts on the world and everything else once they get maybe a little bit older. But right now, I think we're aligned in views. Yeah.
Let's see.
What about you, Melly Mel? I can already tell you because I'm about to call you a liar if you don't say it right.
Tell me what you think.
No, you go first.
Well, I see my personality in both my kids from time to time. You guys probably all see that too. Like they're a fusion of the two of us. So
Right.
it definitely comes out. Ava is sassy.
Mm.
I don't know where she got that from.
You don't.
But so I think personality, obviously, yeah. She looks like me, even though she doesn't think so.
I think so.
Politically and worldviews, my son and I are complete opposites, and it is painful sometimes, the conversations that he wants to have, and I'm like, no way, sir. Yeah, so, and he's been like that for a while, so just different, takes after his dad's political views, all of that, which I love that he has his own independent thought. I just don't like that it's opposite than mine, but whatever.
Whatever.
Yikes.
Maria.
Yes. Okay. So I've had some time to think. Oh my. I think
I'm
the
scared.
child who is least like me and my personality is Sydney. And the reason I say that is, yes, we share a lot of similar hobbies in terms of fitness and training and stuff like that. But she is very outspoken and very determined. I was more passive and more quiet, not really open to saying my views. Although Taya does that too. Taya will tell it like it is. Sydney's more direct. And I'm not, especially at that age, I definitely was not like that. As far as views, I think we all share similar views. I think in some of our life decisions, once again, it's Sydney. Sydney is more, she stands on business, but she also has a very forgiving heart. Taya does not. You mess with Taya, it's a wrap.
so real.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. You're not coming back. Taya does not circle the block. Taya's like, all right then. Yeah. So it's
Like, no, one more chance.
Yeah. So I think my boys are more like my husband in that they are calm and steady and sweet. They're thoughtful and kind. I'm sure that my girls probably have a different view of them, but
I like my brothers. They're sweet.
okay, good. I just wanted to make it.
Steady Eddies.
They are steady Eddies. I call them steady Eddies because they, you guys all know I'm hot. I'm quick tempered. I'm uber protective. I'm uber protective. If we're all together, y'all need to be keeping an eye on me because the first time I see something I don't like, I was telling your mama I would have been drug somebody down some bleachers. And Ann would have been in my car in the parking lot before they figured out who it was. But I think that both my girls are so strong and courageous and opinionated. And I think because they are that, it may seem to them like we're clashing, but I want to say, like, I think the majority of the time we're saying the same thing
Different ways.
in just a different way. So I always say, look, we are saying the same thing. We're four fat ladies in a Hyundai with no air. We both trying to get through the door. We're saying the same thing. You know what I mean? Like we listen. This is but it's just the way that we're getting there. And I think because we express ourselves very similarly, that at some point in time we're not listening, we're listening for tone, and we're watching eye movement, and we're watching hands, and so they're not really hearing me. So while they may think that we don't align, we do.
I don't think we don't align.
Huh?
I think we're very similar.
Well, I mean in views. I was talking about in views as well.
I got a lot of my viewpoints from you, so I think we got the rest of our lives together.
Girl. Girl.
That's a good one.
All right.
Thanks. Cindy, you want to go?
Yeah.
I'll do mine
I
last.
loved her question. I loved all y'all questions.
Oh
They were
my
good.
goodness.
See, they were plotting.
Are we only
Yeah.
doing one each, or are we going? No.
I think we're going.
We'll go back and circle back.
They're answering faster than I thought
I
they
know, me
would.
too.
Oh, I'm okay. I can't peek. I'm like,
And for the record,
I
we've
think
had
so.
no
That's why I have my-
preparation. Yes, so
Yes.
no preparation here, so
Yes.
we have no idea what questions are
these are
coming up.
blind.
Which one should
Yeah.
I do first?
Which is scary.
Larry.
Deciding.
They're deciding.
Yeah.
See if you can help
Yeah.
those
Okay.
two yahoos.
Okay.
Yahoos.
Okay.
That's crazy. That's so disrespectful.
All right.
So my question is, what was your worst friend breakup, and what did you learn from that friendship?
And we mean like younger, because I think we were
Oh,
all
yeah.
interrelating. Like
Yeah.
we were talking about breakups and like past experience. I was like, I don't think anything will ever relate to a friendship breakup.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
those things, like something in my spirit is
Mhm.
irritated
Oh
and
my.
upset after that.
Yeah.
Where a
Yeah.
breakup, I'm just like, he's a raggedy old boy. I can't believe my daddy go whoop it. You know, like it's different. When a girl messes with you, it's like that was my sister. That was my friend. Why would she do that to me? You know, and we just wanted to see what y'all thought about that.
Oh, snap.
It could be younger or it could be anybody.
Yeah, just a homie.
I'm friends with everyone. Love, peace, and
Like
happiness.
everybody?
Well,
Love, peace, and happy.
I still got the same phone
Okay,
number since
Janae.
high school, girl. I've
Wow.
got very little enemies, so
Not enemies.
frenemies.
I'm thinking.
She said, I can go to my car looking at my phone.
Mine is as pretty much as an adult. Me and Junior had a couple friends. We both had coupled friends, like as another couple, and it was just the breakup. I think Eric was born already. They were in our wedding together, and then it was just like we didn't know what happened, but everyone else knew what happened, and still to this day we don't know what happened. And it was like crickets. Like named our son after this guy. And like it was just so sad. I was sad, and I'm asking Junior like, what happened? What happened? What happened? And he goes, we don't know. Still to this day.
Oh, wow.
If they're
Still
watching
to
this,
this
you know
day.
what you did.
Yeah.
Right.
know what you did.
She talking to me like, I'm like,
You know what
yeah, still to this day.
I know.
It's
Nuts.
like, I mean, I see him. He'll come into the salon sometimes and get a service, but it's like we're not talking about that anymore. And it's like we're just gonna be friends and happy. And I'm like, do you know what what happened?
Yeah.
It's awkward. It's kind of awkward, but it's like, okay, I guess we're gonna smile and pretend like it never happened. So it does kind of suck, but whatever.
I hate that because you sweet
That's-
pie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine was in college.
Mhm.
I had the same roommate sophomore year to senior year, and we were really close. We had all similar classes, similar schedule. She came to my games. Then she got pregnant our senior year. I was not a fan of the baby daddy. Never a fan. To put it plain, she chose his word over mine. They didn't work out. I got a beautiful goddaughter from it, but we didn't talk for a long time, and that hurt because it's like we've been through so much, and now here this random, I said it, random, and it that was hurtful because especially at that point in college, you think you found your friends for life, like somehow, you know. And I said this. I think I was talking to Sydney, maybe. How I said, watching A Different World when I was younger, the TV show. I thought that's how it was gonna be.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I was gonna be like in a dorm like that. I was gonna find those lifetime friends, and everything was gonna be perfect.
Yeah.
And that hurt. We're good now. You know, we see each other at homecomings, and she's beautiful. My goddaughter's beautiful. Like, but that was a doozy.
Yeah.
That was a doozy.
Are you still friends? Like you're friends now?
Yes,
But not
we
close.
speak. No, not very close. Yeah, but it is what it is.
Right.
But it sucks because when you open yourself up to someone like that, after so many years, you think this is it. Like we are really sisters, and it's like, well, damn, I misread that.
Yeah.
It's okay. It is what it is. Like it's a life blessing. But yeah, that sucks. So I know y'all got all quiet.
Thank you for sharing. That
Yeah.
was deep.
That was
Mom
good.
War is serious.
Yeah.
Some serious.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That was rough. I know. Anybody else down there? Shaya?
She said
I'm
she
like,
love
love
everybody.
peace.
She love everybody.
I love everybody,
respect it
and
because
people
I
may
have
not
it.
like me, but I still love you. It's
They're fans.
You
Fan
gonna
theories, as she would call them.
yourself?
protect my peace at all.
I had somebody who I thought was my really good friend, and it was, again, me and my husband have been together since we were little kids. Like, in essence, even kids, we're your age, but and you guys are not kids, you're young ladies, but and we, there was a lot that went on. We made up, broke up. We was seeing other people. We weren't seeing other people. How dare you? We did that whole.
The dance.
We did
Yeah.
whole Love Jones.
Right.
Because if not, it wouldn't have been the 1900s.
No,
It's still here, back. It's still here.
And it's just still happening. But I had a girlfriend who I would tell everything to. And Sean, we were in the middle of we broke up, got back together, and we were out, and we saw her. And he said, "That's not your friend." And I was like, "What are you talking to? Like, what are you talking about? Like, we talk every day. Like, that's my girl. Like, when I don't go out with you, I go out with her." And he's like, "No, that's not your friend." And I just couldn't understand. I couldn't wrap my brain around it. And then, me, I'm like, "No, tell me now." No, he's like, "No, I'm not telling you now because I already know who you are."
Well, yeah, I know what you're about to do.
and remember, he's steady Eddie. Like, let me let me blend into the wall. I'll do a two-step, but And I was like, "No, you need to tell me now. You need to tell me now." And he basically went in and explained how she approached him and was like, "Where's old girl?" And I'm like, "Old girl? I'm old girl." And
They never
like,
share this story.
oh yeah.
That's
So-
the point. This is why we ask these
Yeah,
moms.
so
It's crazy.
yeah, and I didn't share it because it is somebody you know.
Oh.
So
You see my neck?
it's somebody that both you guys have seen.
I don't remember anyone.
Tight.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
remember anyone.
So yeah, I mean it kind of threw me, but what it let me know was that those are the things to look for, right? Like those are the
flags.
things
Wow.
that I like. It's those little small things, and if you're my friend, you're going to deal not just with me, but you're going to deal with mine, meaning my husband, my man, and my children, in a way that is above reproach.
Absolutely.
And as soon as you see something, you say something. It is a terrorist organization here, and it was a good lesson for me. And and she just showed me who she was, and I always tell Sean, you saved me, because I was willing to do anything, and those you ladies know. Yeah, I'm a phone call away. You need what? No problem. We doing back hog down. We writing $1 million checks. We popping tires. What are we? You need me to go? We going to the hospital. We need to go. I need to come cook some meals, clean some houses. I don't care. That's who I am. I love that way. So, and I'm an in or out. So. You know why I'm like throwing hearts. I don't know. It look like gangsta.
You don't want to mess it up. You don't want to mess it up.
Yeah,
Get it right.
I don't want to mess it up because you guys gonna dog me. But that's me. That's who I am. So I often say that, and I think sometimes I don't know if I regret how I am. Is that when you lose me, you lost, and I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you. And again, I've said it on the podcast 100 times, is that, my husband says it's like, I'm like the sun, and when the sun goes down or goes out, like goes behind a cloud, you feel it.
Yeah.
And so she knows we're not good, and that is my husband and my man. So, and it's been 20 years now, so she has to know. that I know, that we know,
Well, she knows
that
now.
she
if
knows.
wants this.
And we know.
I know we probably need
I
to do
know.
like boop, boop. Ladies, please watch out for this lady.
This hurts.
Keep her away
This
from your
hurts.
man.
This hurts. This is her.
Also, just to say, post that shot where y'all also. That needs to be
We
cut.
need the
That was
reaction.
great.
The
That was a great
reaction
shot.
cam. Oh, snap.
Yeah, I'm an old girl. So every now and again,
Girl.
I'll mess with my husband. He'll be like, don't play.
It's not funny. It's not funny.
It's not funny. Don't
It's
play.
not funny.
Don't play.
Not funny. Wow. That was a good question.
Wait though,
That
because
was
listen, Melly Mel is.
She's like, go ahead and skip me.
That's fair.
That was her
Skip
first.
that.
That was her first pass.
Correct. Was that your pass?
we only
we
get
get
one.
two. No, we get
Yeah.
we get two.
I made that one.
I should have made our listen. I really had a plan. Like not only was I gonna butter you up with that, but I was trying to get us some fans. I said, please. I just did not have
Next
enough
time,
time.
next time.
Next time we have y'all on,
Yes.
we're gonna be dramatic with it.
Yes. No.
But Autumn, baby, you did that for me with the fans. So like now, I had to go get me another one after you did all that. I was like, oh, I'm getting me one. That I would, now I'm all over the place. Yep. Listen, it's so dramatic. It's so dramatic. I love it. I love
I
it.
had a friend that was nice to my face but didn't like Cindy.
Oh wait, that's not.
Quick.
Yeah.
Quick.
Yeah.
Quick. Just took
Yeah.
one turn.
Oh.
And
we
that was
were
actually,
nice back then though. We
Yeah.
had an altercation. and we
I
were
think that
nice.
was when I wasn't very confident in like speaking out
Mm-hmm.
in high school. It would have been a whole different situation
Yeah, and
if
I
she
was
encountered
nice.
us today.
I wish.
That would have
Sometimes
been a
I
different
wish.
situation.
I wish.
Turn back time.
No, unfortunately.
Turn back time.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that all of us can say that we've given way too many chances.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you let things
Every
go,
day.
and again, it has something to do with confidence. But I think also, watching you guys go through school is also another thing. So that's why, like, sometimes you got to give us some grace. Some of that is our pent up stuff
Yeah.
that we should have dealt with in high school and whooped them back then.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also us, like, I hope that you guys can see how amazing
Yes.
and chosen you are,
Yes.
and how special you are, because you should not take anybody's leftovers. You are not anybody's afterthought. Like, but I also know that there is the angst of wanting to fit in and not wanting to be lonely in school, and it's deafening to be in a school of thousands of people and feel lonely. And that's I don't know if y'all seen the Capri Sun. Have you seen the Capri Sun commercial with the mom? The kids are riding the bike and the mom's right behind them talking about, be careful, honey, you might be.
Yeah.
Man,
We don't want you to be hurt.
listen,
Yeah.
I want so badly to go on Face Campus. So badly. I got people
Yeah.
I want to see on
Yeah.
Face
Yeah.
Campus.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah,
people I want to see on Howard's campus. I think that's my biggest thing when I think about friendships. I worry because that there's this age that it hits, and then your friends become a little bit more important or a little bit more influential in your life than what we are. And I think that when you see that intensity, it is for that reason. When you're just like, she said what? Listen, she don't even got matching socks on. How is she gonna tell you?
Right.
Or
Ashy ankles,
they said, I've been looking for they since like 1995. I've been looking for they. I'm whooping they. They, I'm just warning all y'all. When they come, we're fighting. We're fighting. Because who is they? That's
Yes,
exactly
they.
the question. They.
Well, I will say though, just friendships in general are not easy.
Mm-hmm.
Man or woman, I've had fallouts
Yeah.
with men friends as well, like that have said, accused things, and no, that's not what happened, and how dare you just not take my word for it, right? but I am grateful for the lessons, although I don't always like the way that it shows up.
Yeah.
Right.
I needed those lessons so that the next time I can look for it in advance or be more, confident in myself or know that, no, I deserve more. And if someone can't appreciate that, then bye, because that's not for me. So that is what I appreciate through my silver lining is the lesson.
Yes.
And I think too, that it's not as hard. You know what I mean? Like, our friendships is so easy.
It should be.
It's
It
so
should be.
easy, and it should be easy. And I think that it wasn't always that way. You know what I mean? And not that we're not gonna have bumps in the road, or that we may not agree on something or see eye to eye, but because it's so good, you want to work it out. You want to get clarity. You want to make sure everybody's okay. You want to check. But when you're one of one, loneliness is a real emotion that I get scared for you guys to have. Loneliness and a lack of self-esteem, of really loving every part. And I feel like, you have an alter ego?
Yes.
Yes.
My name was Taya.
Oh.
So like when Taya comes out, it's not really great, but it's like a like don't talk to me, approach me correctly, or you will get Taya.
Oh yeah.
It came out at work. But I had the confidence to handle the situation because I was Taya.
But do all of you guys have that? Or is that, I mean, I think that's a
Yes.
cool
I
If
have
you
that.
don't, you should.
Alter ego.
Mine
It
is
didn't come out
Shariah.
until college.
You haven't met
See?
Shariah?
Yeah.
I don't want to.
You don't want to
Yeah,
meet
I don't
Shariah.
think I will.
No, I
I
thought
mean,
we saw
I have a name
Shariah at
for
some
mine.
point at workouts.
Oh, yeah, I
With her
think we do.
baseball cap?
Yeah.
That thing
your
retired
hat.
though, thank
Ooh,
God.
Jesus. Yeah, she would come out in the combination. It's the baseball cap with the sleeves.
Oh my God.
It's both.
That's when you know it's over.
That's when you
It's
get your keys and go
done.
back to that
And you
car.
don't even play. Don't even play like untie your shoes or like don't touch her.
Don't play.
Don't touch her
That's
hair.
true. You
That's
see a glimpse.
Shariah.
You see
Yeah.
a little glimpse of that
Yeah.
occasionally. That's
You have
true.
an alter ego?
Yeah, I have a whole Pinterest board.
Yes.
Board after her. Yeah. Unoya, that's her name.
Yes.
That's big girl Nia with big girl money. But
Ah.
I like many Unoyas who I like manifest my senior year grad school time. It's just like DC has a much more refined approach out there. So it's like she crosses her legs, she wears this is her studious style. She's always in the library. It's kind of like that. I
Okay.
manifest those things that I attribute to my mother that I admire and attribute to my grandmother that I admire. Just her mouth is sharp and you can't even tell that she called you all types of things 3 different types of ways backwards, and you on the way down the block she's like, did she just call my mama
And you thank her for it.
I love that
listen,
articulation.
that
That's
is-
Unoya.
Yeah.
It's sharp.
Oh.
I'm not
That's
mean,
Martha
but I
Lewis.
will.
Read.
You'll understand
Yes.
what I
Yes.
say.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's Martha Lewis for sure.
All right.
That's my mama. She'll cuss you out without saying a cuss word.
I like it.
And you be
And
like,
God bless you.
That's it.
At the end.
That's it. Or I'm gonna pray for you. Like, yep.
I'm going to pray for you.
Bless your heart.
That's all you can do is pray for him. You know, my father says kiss him.
Yes.
Kiss him.
Yep.
I like that one.
There you go. Tay is taking notes.
I love kiss him. I be saying
Taya.
all over him. Kiss
Very
him.
unfortunate for people who meet Taya.
Very
Unfortunate.
love him.
unfortunately.
Nice. All right. We have another. Are we throwing it back down there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. We're throwing it back. Oh boy. I'm erasing myself.
Well, Littles, do you guys have questions?
Oh.
Yeah.
Like what?
The pauses of something.
This is your
Anything
shot.
about your mom.
You got one
Anything.
shot. Yeah.
It could be geared towards someone.
It could be a specific
That could be a
question.
Could be a
question.
Towards someone.
Yo, I'm really thinking right now. I
Okay.
feel like I'm in math class right now.
No
You
pressure.
have the answer to this algebra question. No.
Let's see. No?
You go ahead.
No. Okay, keep thinking. Keep thinking. We'll circle back.
What about having daughters change a specific viewpoint of feminism for you? I know that things look different before you had daughters, because I'll be honest, I don't know if you guys know what a pick-me is, but word of the day, lingo of the day for modern society, a pick-me is a girl who will downput or abuse another woman next to them so that they can appraise their own self next to a man. Especially a man, particularly a man. So they are pick me. So I know you experienced that in some cases, and I know that having daughters of your own coming out of you and being of your own flesh and blood feel different than just yourself.
Yes.
So how is feminism taking on a new, different approach for you?
Well, with the changes to laws and things, it's obviously very scary to have a child or a daughter that doesn't have the same rights that, or may not have the same rights at some point that we had at some, being from the 1900s. So obviously I, didn't have to think about that until this last year or two. So that is a very different thing, and I have friends that I've talked to about it. They have, made some arrangements to ensure that they have, like one told me I bought extra plan B. Because if my daughter ever needs it, I want her to have it available.
Wow.
And her friends. So I have a stock because if that's something that they choose for themselves, I want it to be available for them.
Wow.
And if they never need it, that's okay too. I just wanted them to have the option. So someone just told me that this week. I'm like, I didn't think of anything like that, but good point. So there's obviously changes that are being made that are very scary. I think not having rights to your own body is a problem, and having a daughter who may not have that choice is scary.
Oh my God.
Absolutely. I agree with all of that.
My brain is twirling.
Especially when you're breaking it all the way down to, even in cases of rape and assault, and even when it's where you are tying this box so tight, like even in the case of my daughter, the difference between my daughter living and dying.
Yes.
Are you got to know I'm tearing up everything.
And not even just living or dying, like people don't take into consideration in cases of assault, your mental health is tattered.
Yeah.
You will want to die. And then having the juxtaposition of carrying a life within you, what are we doing?
Yeah, that's
What
one
is
of the
gonna
biggest,
happen?
biggest issues, I think, for all of us. As a mom, it's your safety.
Yeah.
Ultimately, it's your safety.
And how we went out, you
Yeah.
guys just can't.
No, it's not the same.
You can't. You
It's not the
cannot. You cannot interact in the same way with the same group or groups. They all were laughing. I went to Freaknik. None of y'all can go to Freaknik.
Absolutely not.
Not without me. Just kidding. I'm not on team.
I don't even know what it is, but I'm going.
Listen, like I don't even know what it is, but I'm going. I know that's right. Come on, Will. I'm coming with you.
Going back to that hobby. Back to her hobby. Back to her hobby
I was like,
immediately.
remember I missed it.
Yeah.
But I also think that there's some, and for me, I think, one of the things I do pray about, and I've had my relationship with God is kind of been on an up and down and all around. When my babies were little, they would wake up in the morning and I'd be at the table and reading my Bible. Listen, come on. I would, if I was fasting, everybody was fasting, and, when I didn't get Asher's healing, when I would have trouble in my marriage, I thought, Lord, how are you going to let this happen? I already took my mom and my dad, and this is how you're going to treat me, or, God, okay, that's what God did. He came in the room and said, this is what I'm going to do to Joyce, right? But I'm saying all that to say is that the prayers that I have prayed have been for your husbands to be, and I've said it to you guys over and over again, and is that not that they're not broken, but that they're broken perfectly for you, that they're made exactly for you and for your protection and for your provision, that you guys are fit together in a way that only you two can be fit together. And I say all that to say because I think that some of the dialogue that's out there is such a misogynist dialogue that doesn't take into account your voices and doesn't take into account your power or your abilities. And, again, and I don't want to get too political. It's just that I just don't believe that God is in any of that. If God tells us simply that it's for us to choose Him, and that's the biggest decision that we're going to make, that surely you guys can make decisions over your body, and surely you guys can make decisions on who you're going to be with, and when you're going to reproduce, and all of those things. I think also lay into that, again, that misogynist mentality that's where the fear comes in. You know, would you like to dance? You say no. You don't have a choice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that goes into, let me put some in her drink. I'm gonna teach her a lesson. And those things go through our minds all the time.
Absolutely.
Because that's also the underbelly or the undertone that you're seeing on TV. When you are watching images of someone defame and rip apart people just because they're not like him. People with disabilities, people who have different set of beliefs, people who have different skin hues or are from different cultures. It is terrifying to me because you are all women of color, and it seems that you guys are the most underprotected and underrepresented, and that's scary.
Very. That's the first thing you think about when you find out you're having a girl. Safety. First thing.
And see, and that's, ladies and gentlemen, why you have a friend like me. Keep one in your group.
Absolutely.
Or two.
Absolutely. Yep.
She just more quiet about it.
And you gotta have one that's gonna come bail us out, Liz.
Correct. I don't know what this is. I don't know how they got here. You guys, I tripped and I saved my drink, and all I have is the card. I have a card. I have my business card. I'm really legit.
She's our savior over there.
And Shea, who loves everyone.
Yeah.
Peace and love.
Shay will bring a lawyer. Because she got a friend that's a lawyer, I'm sure.
I know somebody that knows somebody that knows
knows
somebody
somebody.
that knows somebody.
Oh my goodness.
That was a good question.
Hilarious. Great.
Yeah.
That was.
Ladies, anything brewing over there?
Oh, I got one.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I got really deep, and I was like, okay, well, my question's gonna sound dumb, but you know.
No,
It does
Never
sound-
a question.
But you know, I don't care.
All right, now.
So,
I don't like you.
I love you.
did I ask?
I love you. I love
Did I
you.
ask?
Go.
Go.
So, out of all your children, who would be the favorite? Who would be the favorite? You can't say, oh, I love all of them. I love all of them.
Wow.
Stop
my
the cat.
God.
It depends on the day.
Correct.
You can't say that. You can't say that.
It depends on the day.
know,
Watch
that's not true.
them use all their one
You're
bail
gonna have the names.
Well, okay.
You're gonna have the names, the middle names, the last names,
She's taking
the
notes.
reasoning.
Yes.
You know the citing questions I got, Mom.
Who's your favorite?
You better recite, answer, cite it, and
The
then
dog.
answer again.
The dog, right.
The
No,
dog.
the conclusion. And the conclusion. You can't.
I have one.
Like so much.
Liz has one.
Or what if you just say your
Eric
favorite
John
thing about
Sela, he is 7, and he is my favorite child.
I have a good answer.
Cheater,
Autumn.
pumpkin eater.
Autumn's my favorite daughter.
Oh,
Because she's
that's
my
not fair.
only daughter.
That's not
Okay.
I'll
fair.
take that. I'll take that.
That just ruined the whole question.
You're welcome.
Well, it just really put me in the corner. 'Cause
Correct.
the
You got
teams
both. You got a lot
teams
going
are
on.
even on both. I got 2 boys and 2 girls.
Better
Oh,
choose
my.
one.
Well, you didn't hear what
Go
Tay and
choose
Sydney.
today.
Tay and Sydney. You know what they said.
Jet? Is it Jet?
We know who it is.
Yeah, that's what we said
Well,
to
he's
my
your
mom
favorite
too. The
son.
boy.
But no, you know why? He does get treated
You know
differently.
why?
He does. Because this is this is why. Let me rephrase.
Explain
Let me
yourself.
tell you why they
Why?
said that.
Why?
Why they said that? Because I do treat him differently. Because he's the baby, and he's a boy. So I do treat him differently. So it does come off as favoritism. But he's the baby.
Yeah, that's fine.
Taya was the favorite for 16 months, and then Sydney came. Because it was just Taya. And then Sydney came, and I was like, uh-oh. And then they grew up, and I was like, oh, I got my baby back. I got a jet. And so that's why it's, you see how Taya rolled her eyes?
She said,
Whatever. But as soon as Taryn said that, as soon as she asked the question, they both said, we know who it is.
Well, I know who it is too. I know
Taryn! Who is it, Taryn?
Asher.
So listen, let me tell you
right now.
The queen of pivot.
It is not
Answer in the
listen.
comments below.
So here's what I said, and here's my answer to that to my girls, and I really mean this.
Wait, don't say girls. I didn't say that.
That one's for me.
It's not even for just my girls. It's for all of them. You guys are one tribe. Period.
Yeah.
Asher happens to be is the one with the broken wing, and so we all have to look after him. And so when Mama's not here anymore, and so that's why I won't do that favorite question, because that favorite question tears up families. That favorite question will make y'all have something when I'm not here to mitigate that. And the only thing that y'all are allowed to have is absolute and utter love for one another. Now, it may look like I give Asher, but it is because my baby needs more. And he needs our attention, and he needs our protection, and he needs our guidance. But Asher is for sure special. Nothing missing, nothing lacking, nothing broken. But my heart's desire is that y'all stay together and love one another, because you will need each other.
That's the truth. That's facts.
All you got.
You won't realize it till you're a little older. That was a great question.
No
Taryn.
favorites. It was
was a good
hard,
question.
and you
Because you
did
made
good.
us think, and that's real, and it means something to you.
That
But
is
it
the
means
point.
something to you. And
Yeah.
does that make sense?
And
Favorites?
What she said,
Yeah,
the way she broke
favorites.
that down for you.
The whole favorite thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I know I'm not the favorite. I'm okay with that.
The other parts,
But
Taryn.
I
the
think
other
that Taryn.
parts.
But here's the thing that's unfair to Taryn, and I'm gonna give Taryn this, is that Taryn is the baby. So it is really hard for her to be the little big sister, and it's unfair.
Yes.
And there are times it hurts my heart, because I know that that's hard. I know that that's hard, but you are the best little big sister on the planet, and you always have been. When there was a fight and Asher didn't know it was a fight, you was like, "Hey, we get ready to get this." If it, or if he was in danger, she was always a little sheriff, and that's not fair.
Y'all, man. I'll pull up with the cowboy hat, too.
But I get it, and I know that that's tough. But to whom much is given, much is required. And God's got something for you. He's building that muscle for a reason.
Now, what's your question, bro?
Your friend put you on the spot, Ava. She threw you right under the bus.
Get one. Okay, next.
You want us to come back?
We can come back.
We can bounce back. Wait, Terrence giving her one.
Okay, I got one.
Uh-oh.
If you could change any mistake in your life, what would it be?
Ooh.
Yeah,
Letting y'all ask questions.
Yeah, you gotta go. Hey,
That's next week's topic.
your baby.
No, I'm just
No,
kidding.
your baby.
That's a
You
whole
go
essay.
first.
But see, I don't see things as mistakes as
Mistakes,
problems. I see, again, with the friendship, you learn something from it, and I don't like to live in regret.
Yeah.
So, sure, I would love to have redone something or responded better in a situation, but I don't live in that place of
That's too hard.
the past and regret and mistakes. So I'm not perfect by any means, but I think that it's all been, for me, I'm a lifelong learner. So I take everything as a lesson and try to, even when it's hard, you take a minute and you're like, ooh, that hurt. I shouldn't have done that or whatever. But then you learn, what did I learn from this, and how am I going to move forward differently in the future? So I don't focus on mistakes.
That's good.
I'm going to take the funny approach, and I'm going to say tequila. Stay away from tequila. Taya will agree. You're still young, but you will regret that immediately.
Yeah.
Carry on.
It's
Okay,
true.
that's it.
She's just a friend of me. She's
Tequila.
nice to you sometimes.
But no, okay, so all jokes aside, I think similar to what Mel said, there's no regrets. You're learning, obviously, as soon as it happens, you're like, I shouldn't have done that.
Right.
Like, seriously, eating too much, drinking too much, staying out past 10 when you're over 40. You know,
Yeah.
there's things that you're like, I shouldn't have done that, but you learn from it, so then you don't do it again.
Right.
Now that's a lesson that you need to learn very soon, because every time you do it, it gets worse.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like the friend thing. You saw the red flag.
You ignored it.
Why would you put yourself in that situation again?
Yeah.
So you regret it at that moment. Like, I should not have opened my heart up to that person. But then you're like, I'm not going to do that again.
But I'm going to tell you something. Y'all are talking like, I think in a way that maybe these ladies don't understand, because we hold on to regret at our age, and they maybe can regret something in an instant and be able to move forward. Because I don't think that, not everybody is that. I think that this generation is a little more, what's the word I'm looking for? Kinder to themselves. Whereas we grew up in, white knuckle it. Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Mental health, what?
Right.
Like, going to talk to somebody about your problem or issue? Are you, like, oh, are you crazy? Like, they're thinking, you're thinking straight jacket. You're thinking insane asylums. Like, you have a therapist?
Right.
Do they buzz you in?
Yeah,
So I think that, sure, I could probably list 1,000 things that I've done that I'm like, daggone it.
Yeah.
But here's the balance on it. I'm going to tell you right now, quick-tempered. I hate that I'm quick-tempered. My instinct is to protect. My instinct is, like, worst-case scenario. And I feel like I have given...
Get the bodies there.
Yep, the body story. Or also, like, my reaction is harsh. And I think, dang, they're going to remember that. That one's going to... You're going to... But on the flip side, it is, that you girls were raised by somebody who lost their mama at a really early age, so that the only thing I knew to survive was to protect myself. So what do I do now? My superpower is protection. And in that, I don't regret one time protecting you. Not one time. If something missed you, if one thing missed you, I'm cool. But again, I could see her. But that's why everybody knows my name is Joyce and not Jesus.
Right.
And I say it all the time. And if I don't mess it up the first time, then it really wasn't me doing it. But I think that one of the things I'm jealous of is that I think that you guys take much better care of yourselves, much better care of your mental health, much better care of your bodies, much better care. Just you're thinking a lot further down than I ever thought, ever in a million years. I would have never come up with any of those questions that you guys, came up with, ever. Just so, like, again, uniquely, you guys are uniquely made, and I think the same way that I prayed for their husbands, the same way that we are broken and the things that you don't really necessarily like about us, which are being really kind, are for your protection, if that makes sense. Because I always tell my girls, like, listen, you guys are so unique. And I love you beyond any words. You're the only humans that know what my heartbeat sounds like from the inside. So I think that with that, if you guys don't have any more questions, we're gonna close out. You guys cool with that?
Sid, you got more?
You got more?
They
Now they got questions.
Oh, Sydney too.
And
Have you guys done so sorry.
I thought we were just starting.
Oh, well, we are. That was the warm-up.
There's one more.
Okay, I have a question.
Go ahead, Sydney.
What is one thing you wish you knew before you became a mom?
breastfeeding that my
That Dr. Phil
it'd be down to your knees by the time you just kidding. Totally kidding. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
One thing I wish I knew is, I think I always knew it was hard, but so many changes. Every day is different, and there's no script. So you may have seen mom, auntie, cousin, grandma, great-grandma do it, but you can't follow this. There's no script. So every day, it was like something different, a new crisis, mini crisis. You know, when they're really small, everything's a crisis. They sneeze and you're like,
Yeah.
it was a sneeze, one sneeze, one cough. I wish I knew that it was going to be different every single day, like every moment. And there was nowhere in the book that could tell me what to do. And I think that, for me, that shocked me. I thought it's going to be easy. You swaddle them, you burp them, you change their diaper, they cry, they're either hungry, wet, pooped, change them. That's it, right? Oh, snap, that's not it. And then they get bigger, and then it keeps changing. And you have to change with them. There's so many layers that I wasn't really prepared for. And because I'm me, but 2 in 16 months, that was not a good idea. But they're here now, but I was winging it. Like, there's no book. So it was the change. And then having 2, oh, Lord have mercy. And then I thought I had it together because I was like, I did it with Taya, so this is going to be the same.
Nope.
Psych. Nope. And Sydney hears this all the time. She was the most challenging in terms of kids. She was very stubborn. She was very strong-willed. So it was even harder because I'm like, every day, I'm like, she's going to challenge me, which made me stronger in the end because she always challenged me. Even when she got older, she was like, but why? Because I said so.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. But she's like, but that's not a valid answer. Well, it worked back
You
in
are
the day.
4.
But it used to work. Why don't it
stop
work no more?
asking.
Because back in the day, if Pop-Pop said, because I said so, or Grandma said, because I said so, the conversation was over. Sydney was like, no.
But can I just say, I feel like that's a testament to all of y'all's raising us, because at least as like a child care worker and like watching you strong women raise young women like us, you're supposed to raise children to question those things, because if we are teaching children to blindly follow people and to blindly
I just
listen
want
and
them to question other
Yeah.
people, not me.
Keep that outside.
If we're brave enough to question
over there.
our main person, of course we're going to go out into the world and be inquisitive about, now why would you tell me that? Now why would you say that? What's your informed opinion on this? Are you educated in this? And just, you're brave. I love that. That's good. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I will say I wish I knew how fast the time went, so I could stop and pause a little more. Because it flies by. It's still, I'm still amazed how quick it goes. Like, hello.
Yeah.
I know it, and I'm still amazed because it just, I was just pregnant,
Yeah.
and that was 15 years ago.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, but not just time. I think also that it's going to be okay, because it's the panic with the time.
Yeah.
I wish I would have just really savored it. Like there are certain times that I would just, squeeze him and be like, "Boy, I just love you at this age," and then, there are other ages that I just don't love that age.
Want to fast forward?
But I think that just more than anything, that everything's going to be okay. Like we're okay, you're okay, I'm okay, we're fine. Because I think that intensifies, and I feel like they feel it, even though I'm not like, oh my God, this is like, what am I gonna do? Because like I'm not saying that to you. I feel like there's an energy in the house that's like that. So then, and I call that the cleanup energy. The kids just start moving stuff. I wish that I had less of those and more of the laughing and the music and that sweet time. Because that intensity, boy.
What about you two down there? Well, Liz is about to hit restart.
I know. Damn. I wish I knew more about childbirth.
Yes, it hurts.
Okay, not the birthing part. The checking before that. I wish I knew way more before that.
So you didn't know?
Oh, I was asking for an epidural for one more hand that had to go up there. You better give me another epidural.
I'm dilated. You don't need to check my
You don't need to check. If you can feel it, just grab it. I don't want you to go up there one more time.
Take them out.
Just take it out.
I was like, what are you reaching for? You're at my jugular right here. Like, I don't know what, I was crawling up to that. I was like, epidural, the next hand that has to go up there. That and the severity of protection, like how you said, like, I am worried all the time.
That doesn't
I'm
stop,
calm,
by the way.
I know, I'm like, I'm calm, but like, he's the only thing I need to protect in life. Like, that's, it's like crazy, like crazy.
Yeah. It's like,
Like, what is he doing right now? Like, I wish.
Yeah.
Like that would go away just a little.
Yeah.
It's like you're like not worried, girl.
Michael got it handled. Just kidding. You know I'm not even lying. I'm such a baby. Like,
Said yeah.
But yeah.
he got it. I just
out.
that sounds about right?
Oh, Michael, what do you feel? Da, da, da.
Let's
The
ask
question
him.
is.
He's taking care of everybody. We love us some Michael.
He's like Saint Michael.
Yeah.
God bless him. He really is. Because I don't know how he does it, but
I don't know how he does it, but.
no, definitely worried. I mean, Autumn's going to college, right, in another year and a half, 2 years, and
Don't remind me.
I know that freaks me out. My baby, don't leave me.
She'll be close.
Okay.
She'll be close, hopefully.
Oh, she'll be close because I'll get an apartment wherever she at. So I don't know what y'all talking
Oh,
about.
my
We
Lord.
all moving.
I get it.
roll
I get
together.
it.
Road.
I'm Eric's dorm mate.
Do you ever
Oh
get
my
worried when I have Eric?
No,
No,
I take Eric all the time.
I don't want to even say it on camera. I worry about other people having Eric.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's
Oh,
pause.
glad I
Let's
trust
pause.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
my
trusts you.
I'll be like, edit.
Yeah.
But no, not you.
I think the littles had a question up there. Our youngins, did you have one more question before we close it up? Did you have another one?
Autumn
I
does.
had one more. I don't know
Oh, you
about
do,
her.
I think.
All right.
Go.
We got, we
Go. Taryn, you have one more?
Questions? No.
Yeah,
Okay,
very
so-
We came very prepared.
Do you have one? Is it on your phone?
So
Okay, well,
as
look at you.
parents, I know you have like talks with your kid about your opinions and the way you view things. What is something that your kid, like you had an opinion, like, okay, this is this, but your kid has like suddenly kind of altered your opinion to change it? Like, what is?
You just came up with that?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Where are you getting
You're
that?
welcome. I made that.
You're like, we
I
should
did
put
that.
the camera along there. No, I'm just kidding.
Joyce pats herself on the back.
She's brilliant.
Something that.
Like, my opinion's been changed on multiple things.
Mm.
Like, based off of people, how I view my school environment, my mental health, my self-esteem, and like I don't know all about that, like the things that are going on in my mind, but I know how I feel about it for somewhat, you know.
Yeah.
And like that can be changed so fast, which I think is really cool. Like how your opinion can like, okay, that's no longer a thing now.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't believe in that.
Growing.
You know?
We learned something new.
I think Sydney has changed my opinion about mental health significantly. Especially her, well, she's going to be my doctor, Sydney, eventually. We're working on that. But she's changed my opinion when it comes to that. And Taya has helped me significantly in changing my perspective in terms of who receives my energy, that cutting people off. Quick. So I think the quickness, both of them, I think have kind of changed my opinion a lot about those things.
But sometimes we'll go to a place and be like, oh, they need to hurry up. Oh, they need to do this. I'm like, calm down.
Yeah, Taya's also.
Relax.
Yeah, Taya is very
so
chill.
real.
Yeah, yes,
I
and you
get
can
anxious
tell.
sometimes, but
Yeah.
sometimes I'm like,
Calm down.
okay.
We're gonna be
Take
all right.
at least 5 breaths.
Actually, my son says that too, and they're always trying to de-escalate me.
Yeah, Jen is very.
He's like, chill.
Yeah.
So I feel like
don't
my
like the hyped up
opinion
mom.
on mental health and situational opinions with Taya, I think I pick up on both of those from them. What do you think?
I can't think of a
I know,
specific
like-
one, but I mean, my son challenges everything I say or do or think. So he's certainly had times where I'm like, that's just because that's how we do it.
Right,
And
right.
he's like, but why? Kind of like, Sid,
But why? Yeah.
but why? Well, because.
Because.
And then I'm like, why do we do that?
Because
Or why
now
did
you
we
gotta
stop
think.
doing that?
Right.
Like, does that even make sense? No.
Right.
And I hate when he has logic. I can't argue with logic. So,
Yeah.
so I can't think of a specific thing there, but there are plenty of times for sure that someone has, one of my kids has said something and made me go, oh, I don't know. Just because.
Wow.
But I also think that kind of you guys living your life switches our view and how we see things. You know, again, I can name 1,000 things. We were growing up, there was a boys' restroom and a girls' restroom. That's it, that's all. There was no family restroom, there was no all restroom. We did not, you did not see a transgender person. I didn't go to school with a transgender person. I didn't go, like none of those things were happening where we had full knowledge. Now, for sure, we had, you know, the LGBTQ community was there, and you know, I had friends that were gay, and we would hang out and all of those things, but we didn't have all of the other perspectives. So I think that there were, in some ways, that we just didn't have it for me to have an opinion on or a view on or experience with. So I think that by your experiences and how your interactions are, because sometimes, you know, I fumble through things, but through your experiences, I think I become more empathetic. I think I can see things better and more clearly. And I hope that I'm getting better. And I honestly think that that's what gets you guys so angry, is that you like when you have children and we turn into these different people with your children, and it's all these yeses instead of all the no's that you got. It really is all the transitioning and all of the learning that we did with you that made us smarter and faster and wiser and kinder.
Yes.
You did a good job.
Good question up there, Taryn.
I know.
High five.
Yeah.
She said, off the top. Do we have
I'll take
time?
credit for that
Yeah.
question.
Do we have time for one more?
Yeah, let's do it.
Was that
We
all?
have two more.
We have two more.
We have two more.
Wait, guys.
Okay.
What?
Me and Ava wanted to ask a question at the end. It's gonna be really quick.
Okay.
And like,
the
it's not the question I just asked. It's okay.
At the end?
Okay.
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 All right, we can close it
So
out.
we
Here's a
have
fun
three
one.
questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, if you can go back and choose a different career, would you choose a new one or keep the one that you currently
You get to go first.
Yeah.
You know I'm gonna say something off the
Maybe we shouldn't. I don't know.
It's gonna be
I plead the fifth.
I didn't expect that.
We're going to do it. I love everybody and everything.
Because I was gonna say something completely.
You know we
You can do it.
Okay.
We go circle
She gonna
back.
put it in the group text later.
Because this is me.
Next.
All right.
Whoa.
I think I probably.
I need to know.
I like where I'm at now.
Gosh.
I like what I'm doing now.
Just kidding.
Oh, I have mine. I would have delivered babies if school wasn't so long. Anything to do with children.
Like children.
Yep.
Okay.
I
Hold a
believe that.
baby in the NICU, feed them, do something.
Yeah.
But I
believe
like
that.
mine.
Yeah.
But school was too long.
Okay.
One semester, I was like, mm.
What about you, Mel?
Well, I think, yeah, I probably would change.
You're like, oh Lord, make that mark.
Something without people. Just kidding.
Right. No
I don't know
people.
exactly, but I always wanted to own my own business, so I
Okay.
still feel like I'm going to do that
Yeah.
at some point. But I think, yeah, I didn't. HR life chose me. I didn't choose it.
You're doing a
So,
damn good job, girl.
There's a lot of people you got to deal with every day, all day, and all sorts of people. So I probably would have less people interaction if I were to have thought it out.
Okay.
Just being truthful.
Good. I tried what I went to school for, but I always had my job in Parks and Rec and youth development, and I have absolutely no regret. Zero. I love what I do. I love the people I've been able to meet, reach, and teach. The people who have come into my children's lives and loved on them and given to them. I wouldn't change a thing.
Beautiful.
Not one thing.
Beautiful thing. Awesome.
Okay, I'll stop joking. I wanted to be a veterinarian, but then I realized it's just not cats and dogs. You have to do like lizards, snakes, gerbils, and I was like, I'm good. So that was it. That was my. But I do like what I do now, which is in sales and people. So
That is not the answer. We already know
I
her
am
answer.
not letting that
She
go.
was going to be part of a show.
Probably gonna be a part of a show. Another reality TV show. Starting tomorrow.
Executive producer.
Correct.
We'll do this question, then we'll go to
The final. Okay.
Okay, I have one more.
Okay.
Because it came up a couple of times how mental health and like the way that you viewed yourself and self-care was different when you were our age. I just wonder, what was it like when you were our age, and like if you could go back, like what kind of self-care, like mental health things would you incorporate into your daily lives?
Wow.
Well, it was like non-existent. That
Yeah.
wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
And I don't even think that it was labeled differently. It just wasn't a thing at all. I think personally, I would have gotten into like the yoga, meditation, all of that kind of more spiritual stuff for me earlier on because it's helped so much. I just didn't realize the impact. I didn't realize the power. I didn't know how much I needed it. You know, until you're there and you're doing it and you're like, oh, this feels really good. Yeah, yeah.
I think similar, not necessarily yoga and meditation, but just the ability to have someone to talk to. Joyce touched on it earlier about back in the day, if you said you were seeing a shrink, like, girl, what's wrong with you?
Right.
The stigma.
The stigma. And I think now it's almost more likely that people have a therapist or have someone they speak to, a counselor, a pastor, whatever. So I think I wish I would have had that in sports because a lot of it was so mental and we didn't have an outlet. And we acted out in different ways that showed that we were having issues, but there wasn't a label. You were just tripping. You know, there wasn't a label and there was nowhere for you to go. And yes, they would mention, oh, we have counselors at school. You just go to the health office. But it
was more
it's not the same.
It
But it's
wasn't
also not the same.
about issues.
So I think I wish we did have that. I wish we had more awareness and more freedom and no stigma. Because that's the hardest part.
Yeah, less judgment.
And asking for help.
Yeah.
You just
I don't
didn't.
think you did ask.
Yeah.
You just didn't.
I would have immediately gone to a therapist. Immediately. The truth for me that's unique from everybody is that I had no parents by the time I was 16 years old. Both my parents were either not with me or had passed away. By the time I was 17, both were dead. So I needed and I continue to need therapy. And I think that to double down on what your mom said is, and not a pastor, I need to see a clinician. I don't think that your mind deserves someone's best effort. I think that your mind deserves a professional. It is like any other organ in your body except for it's the most powerful.
Yeah.
It controls all of it. And at the center of it, we can cause ourselves physical disease. And I think by normalizing that and getting it early, the other things that I would have said is just like, oh, I would have worked on my self-esteem and I would have been more confident and I would have, all those things would have come with, first and foremost, going to see a clinician, for them to be like, whoa, 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 you know? Because around me was a bunch of people that were like white knuckling it too. So in my brain, I'm chronically thinking that I'm not okay or I'm not good enough or any of those things, because I'm thinking, this is crazy. There's no I don't, how am I supposed to do this? Like, I'm by myself. Like, so without someone there to be the professional, not biased in any way, one way or the other, to just tell me the truth and give me some real tools in my toolbox.
Yeah.
My toolbox would be, it's pretty cool right now, but I mean, you know, I just think that it would be even better than what it is. You know, like my kid said, like I am not always trying to be the jokester, but I am always trying to look like, I don't believe that anything that has hurt me, any broken piece of my heart, has been for nothing. The more pain it brings means it's going to help more people. And my therapist gave me that, because she was like listening to my story and thinking, I think, she never said what she was thinking, but I think she was thinking, man, this is a lot, right? But when she put it in that perspective, it was then okay. Somehow it became okay. Somehow I could start to apply the things that she was giving me. But until I could get to that place of safety, a pastor wasn't going to tell me that.
No.
He was gonna pray for you.
He was going to pray for
Pray.
me.
Don't
And
think
again,
that way.
and it would have been a good prayer. And it would have lasted for a day or two. But it wasn't anything that I could go back to and actually do again for myself, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? The tools that you guys receive in school is just look different. And it can be biblical tools. It can have a
Life
spiritual
skills.
aspect to it, and all of those things that also help and enhance. But if I cannot go back to it,
Repeated measures.
then you know, now I'm just running back to church. Like everyone jokes in church, it's like you leave church by Wednesday, you got to get back for Bible study, because the magic has worn off.
Right. Sometimes it's before you leave the parking lot.
Sometimes it is before you leave parking
People
lot.
test you and then, ooh, sorry, Lord.
Yeah.
My bad.
That was good.
Liz, Shay, you have anything to add?
No, I'm good.
No?
I'm hungry.
Well, we gotta go back to Taryn then. We're ready for your question,
Okay.
Taryn. Bring it home.
Our last questions are,
Oh, questions. It's plural. Okay.
well, it's just one.
Okay.
But like we both had the same question. you
Okay, okay.
know?
Cute.
What's your
What's your
favorite
color?
Ah,
You already know my favorite color.
Me too.
Black.
Black.
For sure.
All black every day. Black on
Black.
black on black on black.
Okay, I'm lying. I also do like orange.
You do.
I
Black
do.
and orange, huh?
Yes, shocking. I
Splash
know
it
it's
in
weird.
there.
This question's
This
for
happened in
everybody,
my
so y'all
workplace.
all
Mom's
gotta
bronze.
everybody.
Oh,
Okay.
Taya.
Black.
Mom's is bronze.
Oh, I think
It
it's
is.
mine.
Oh,
It's
Say
bronze and
It
gold.
changes every day.
Oh.
Emerald green right now.
Pink.
same.
Yeah,
Emerald
green.
green.
Emerald
you
green.
like a mood ring?
Purple, or I've also been liking burnt orange.
I'm a pink girl
That's
now.
kind of like a
Every
little
time.
bronzy.
A nice
Just letting you know, it's in the
neutral kind of
bronze.
orange.
It's in a bronze
We're
family.
there.
Just saying.
Yeah.
That's, you mix it
All
all up.
right. Mel, you already said yours?
Purple.
Purple.
Oh, mine's bronze.
Bronze.
Black.
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 Wait, well, Taryn and Ava.
What's your favorite color?
Pink! Pink!
Tight. See, it changes. Pink.
Taryn.
Oh, I'll really have to think about this.
She asked the question.
It's between three colors for sure.
Okay.
No, it's four.
Okay.
It's pink, black, red, and blue.
Okay.
It's those.
I feel like that's a
That's
mood.
four.
It's like the mood.
That's why I said
three,
four.
then
I like it.
You said three.
I said four.
Siblings.
Here it goes. Here it goes.
Nice work, ladies.
Yes, you guys did amazing.
Amazing job.
Yeah.
Good job.
Well, we thank you guys for joining us on this episode of Mothers and Daughters of My Gym Friends podcast. We hope that something you heard today touched you or helped you in some way. Remember that you're never alone. You are just one podcast away from your gym friends here. We will see you next time.
Hit the subscribe button. Chat.
Comment down
Comment.
below.
Chat. Comment what's your favorite color.